Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It was turnaround Wednesday today. The markets rallied back. A lot of stocks we followed did great. We had some good day trades. Let's take a look at some patterns on a few stocks that we like and some that we just spotted. APA in particular, I just like the way this has acted off the low. The Apache's gone from under 4 to 10, pulled back to, did a fib retracement back to about 7. Here it is, 942 again, up another 85 cents or 10% today on 26 million. Good volume. I think it gets to 10 and goes to 13. How's that grab you? That's my next target, up in that zone right there. Up next is AU, the gold stocks. A lot of them I'm running. I wanted to show you AU. It's one of our favorites. This has made new multi-year highs today and broke through everything. It may extend up in here. Now, I don't know how far it can go before it pulls back. My target's 29 right now. BE, big reversal. V-bottom, right-handed extended, pop, flag, and go. Today, jumping another $1.18, that's 17.5%. Volume came in at almost 4 million shares. The stock acts well like it wants to go higher. My next target, 9.5. BNTX obviously did great. It blew out today, and we caught it right on the pullback at 45 and jumping at 55, closing at 53.50, but after hours is back up again and looking strong. I think we're going to test 65 and maybe 69 short term. Today's pre-market high was right there at 69. So something in that zone would be my next target. BSGM, hadn't noticed that today, but it broke a wedge a couple days ago and just keep running. It's up 5 days in a row. It's near secondary resistance. My next target has got to be our test of 8.5 3/4. That's my goal going forward. CGEN has been up for like a month straight up. Amazing. From 6 to 15, up another 76 cents today, 5.5%. It is at the top of the long-range channel. It may be overbought. It may be in need of a pullback retest somewhere in that 13 range. We'll see. Next target, 17. Cytosorbents broke out of a wedge and has been moving up for 3 days in a row now. Yesterday's engulfing bar led to follow through. Your next target is 940, retest of that high, and then looking at 10.5, 11. DKL, Delek Logistics, a real oil stock, exploded out of a V-bottom right-handed extended platform with a huge gain, jumping from 960 to 1445, finishing 1398 at 517, or almost 59% on the biggest volume I've ever seen traded on this stock. I'm looking for follow-through to test a gap and a moving average, but for now, let's take a look at 17. GNMK, I mean, this stock's been up almost 13 out of 14 days or something like that. It's a phenomenal move. And it still looks like it has momentum, but it's really extended here, so careful. GNPX may have broken out of a wedge today. Late in the day, it popped from 2 to 259, finished 236, up 37 cents or 18.5% on 5 million. Best volume in a month, so maybe we started something. Your targets are 3 and 3 3/4. I think Gush and APA are two of my oil favorites. Look at the volume and the green bars in this one. It just feels like if it gets through here, it's going to fly into that 35 range. Stay tuned. INO popped for the 5th day in a row and took out resistance a couple days ago, followed through to today's target, which was 1193, reaching 1190 today. It looks like it's above that after hours. If you take a look at the after hours chart, it's 1241. So for me, to make gap tomorrow and run, my next target is going to be 13.5, 16, and 19. INSG's been up for a month and it looks fabulous. Formed a wedge and broke out again today. Raised the wedge. Line picked up. If you can get it up above 1334, I'm looking for 16. Another gold on my radar is KL, one of my old favorites. Look at that V-bottom, wedge, breakout, running, falling wedge, and another falling wedge. It looks like 5 waves up, but it broke out again today. Some resistance at today's high needs to get to 40. If it does, 45 for your next target. MNK, after V-bottom and right-hand extended, exploded to resistance and backed off. It may have started again today. This looks like a swing for me to 6, 6.5. If it can get above 4 1/4, it may rip right in that area. And what I'm following is this sharp angle of ascent that tells me we might see that 6.5 range. If in fact there's your angle of ascent, it's a pretty strong one. NAT and the shipper tanker group paused today, but with strong volume, I think we got more. I think we have more to go. Those don't look done to me. And after hours, it is up again. So look for a potential pop and run tomorrow. It takes us up to 6 3/4, something like that. NLS, well, benefiting from stay at home. People are ordering exercise equipment, I guess, but Nautilus went up 1, 2, 3, 4, and it popped out today, and I think it's going to extend to at least 7, maybe 8, 8.5. Ntgn broke out of a wedge today and did it with a good thrust. 27% on 2.3 million. I like the way it looks a lot. I think it's going to test the next target at around 4.25. Sbow exploded for the second day in a row, but today's volume was huge relatively, almost 5 million shares. I think we get a little bit higher, about 7.25 before we pull back, but if momentum keeps this going, it's going to be $10. Snap broke out with a major thrust, 171 million shares, up 37%. Massive move on a strong earnings report. Wall Street likes it. I do too. Technically, your targets are 18 and 20. Ntgn broke out of inverse head and shoulders and paused today. This is another tanker company. I think that we're going to get a quick test of 28.5. We may get this quickly to 31. Teladoc continues to impress. Although it had an inside day today, I still like the look of it. And I think we're going higher. With my near-term target now about $200. Trillium may have popped at this little flag falling wedge. It's exploded for 70 cents or 16%. All I need now for this one to get through the 510 zone, and we may see 6 and 7. Veristem also accelerating in a rising channel, looking great. This is a new multi-year high, and it appears to me that the next target zone could be upwards of 6. And finally, ZM looks like it's poised to explode. After pulling back and popping back, it's got this consolidation zone in here. It sure looks like it's going to hold 140 and then rip through 155, then 165, 175, something like that, maybe much more. That's it for tonight, everyone. Have a good evening. Let's make some money tomorrow. Good night.